At number 1, a machine gun that separates the men from the boys, the Browning M2. The M2 shoots a .50 caliber cartridge at a rate of 450 to 575 rounds per minute. It has a maximum range of an astounding 4.5 miles. During World War I, the machine gun proved its worth on the battlefield. In 1918, General Blackjack Pershing turned to famed gunmaker John Browning to create a more universal weapon.
The idea here was not just to go ahead and create another machine gun to be used against personnel, but actually a weapon which could destroy things, trucks, aircraft, emplacements.
In 1918, Browning started testing several .50 caliber prototypes. Finally, in 1933, the Browning machine gun, or M2, was introduced. U.S. troops nicknamed the new gun Ma Deuce. A major design change that improved the weapon was making it air-cooled.
It allowed that weapon to become much more adaptable. They could put it in the wing of an aircraft, they could put it on top of a tank, they could put it in a Jeep, they could put it all these other places that they couldn't before.
With that kind of versatility, the M2 became the basic weapon for the United States in a number of areas of conflict. During World War II, fighter planes typically carried 6 or 8 of them. B-17 and B-24 bombers were equipped with a dozen or more.
What the Americans did is they put a lot of .50 calibers in the airplanes, and that would put out a very large wall of lead that any airplane ran into would just get torn apart.
We're at the Mustang Gun Range, just outside Reno, Nevada, with gun manufacturer Curtis DeBoard.
This is the standard M3 tripod. This is the traversing and elevating mechanism. So you can zero in on a target, you can move this up and down, you can loosen this and slide the gun from side to side and lock the gun in to give you direct fire right onto a target, and it's quite accurate.
But it's the size of the .50 caliber round that is so deadly.
This is the .30-06 round that was used in World War I, World War II. This is the .50 caliber round. Considerable size difference.
The M2 is capable of using armor-piercing incendiary rounds, which destroy light armored vehicles by igniting their fuel tanks. But the M2 is bulky, and the sheer size and weight are significant factors when employing the gun.
It is a heavy gun, and it has to be mounted either on a fixed hard vehicle or on a tripod.
M2 can be belt-fed from either side of the gun, ideal in a situation where 2 guns are mounted side by side. The brass is ejected out of the bottom, so there's no interference with the other gun. It's this kind of versatility that ranks high with the armed forces.
If you were to talk to a sergeant in any Army or Marine Corps around the world and say, what piece of equipment would you covet more than any other to help you and your men survive, I think they would look at you and they would say, give me a .50 caliber machine gun.
Its reliability and potent use of force make the M2 our #1 machine gun.
We're still building them today. And not just building a few, but it's still the heavy machine gun of the world. And there's nothing that can compare to that.
In the history of automatic weapons, I don't think there's a finer machine gun. Ma Deuce rocks.